Hi everyone, we're back with another project in our 2018 Paper Pack Challenge, and right now we're going to be making this project, which is a little treat bag cover, I suppose. What we're starting out with is a bag which is 3 by 5 of treats. These are Hershey's Kisses, and there are actually 16 Hershey's Kisses in this bag. This was the cherry cordial kind, and it's kind of a magenta and black or brown coloring, and I found matching glitter paper that I had to go with the magenta, so that's why that is like that. We're going to be making 3 different holders or covers like this. This one I just used as an example, and I did it in white, and then you probably cannot see that, but it's embossed with my snowflake embossing folder, and it is so pretty. I will advise you though, if you do something like this, this was pretty thin cardstock, and when I embossed it, because these edges over here are so thin as far as the thickness of the sides, and the paper, actually, the weight of the paper, it tore in some areas because the embossing went through the paper. So just be aware that whenever you go to emboss something like this, and it's also embossed on the back, because I stuck it through as one piece flat like that. Anyways, just be mindful when you have small areas, when you run it through an embossing folder, there's a chance of actually cutting through the paper as well. Let's put that aside. What you're going to need is a piece of paper that is 3 by 12, and these pieces are leftovers from some of the projects that I've previously done. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through and kind of pulling those pieces back out to make some things, and then I'll go back to the larger sheets of 12 by 12 paper and start making some more projects. But that's where these came from. I will hand a lot of these out for the Christmas season, and so I will show you too. I'm not a big fan, or I guess not a fan, but I just don't use die cuts a lot. I have these die cuts, and honestly, I just don't use them. I have a Cricut machine, and I design everything on my iPad on the Cricut Design Space. So that's how I do my die cutting. But I know many of you do not have a Cricut machine, and you might have these die cuts, so I'm going to attempt to use these die cuts on the projects today and hope it goes well. Alright? But basically what you need is a piece that's 3 by 12. You're going to score on the 12-inch side, you're just going to score at 5.5 and 6.5. And that's it, okay? So we're going to do that on all of ours. Alright, so the 3 pieces are all going to be scored the same. 12-inch side, we are scoring at 5.5 and 6.5. That's all we need to do there. These little pieces here are going to be the top like this, and I'm going to do all of them the same. You could do them however you want to do them differently, but I'm going to do them the same. So we are going to score at, these pieces here are 1.5 by 3. And we're just scoring them, put the 1.5 inch side at the top, and we're scoring them at 3 1/4 so that it's basically in half. Alright, that's all the scoring we have to do. Now, if you just take your paper like this right now, fold on your score lines, you could take your treat, put it in here. I always staple mine, so you just match the top of the bag up with the top of the paper. You could staple it, put your topper on it, and decorate the front, put a sentiment on it, and that would be perfect just the way it is. But I actually made these on the Cricut machine, and this is one of our, I made some white ones, but this is some of our patterned paper that I made. And I got, obviously being at 3 inches, I got 4 of these out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And if you can see, I used 4 different shapes for my cutout. Okay? So So I have like an oval, a little, this is actually a tag that I turned in. This is like a tag ornament shaped thing, and then a rectangle. So I set these up on Cricut Design Space so that, and I saved it like this so I can run, you know, and it takes just seconds to do this. This is the way I prefer to do it. Now, I'll also, when this is cut out, the leftover pieces that you get, can't find my, there we go, pattern paper. Okay, these make perfect tags. This is the perfect tag size. So obviously don't get rid of those because those can be used as tags. This is just an all-around fun project. It's a useful project. You get a lot out of one piece of paper, and it's just a really cute gift. All right, back to what we're doing. So, like I said, I'm not a big die cut person. Okay, so we have all of our shapes cut now. So we have a tag shape, a rectangle, and an oval, and that wasn't too bad. On this one, I stuck the die cut upside down, and so I did not cut it the first time, so I had to flip it over. That was the issue there. So basically, we're going to put in your bag of Hershey's Kisses or whatever your treat is. You can put anything in there. We are going to staple our bag to our paper, just like that. I have a piece of the red foil here that we have prepared ahead of time. And what we're gonna do is stick adhesive on there. So I'm taking some of my score tape that I have. That is my adhesive of choice now. Super sticky, super easy to get off. The backing anyways, you know. I have an issue with this stuff sometimes. I don't have fingernails, and getting that off sometimes is kind of a trick. Okay, so we're just going to put our topper on here, center it up, give it a press it down, and now you have your bag. You can see your treats inside. And like I said, if you don't have a die cutter or a Cricut, you don't have to do the die cutting part of it, but this just gives you a little view of your treats if you want to. Stamp you up a little sentiment, print it out on the computer, whatever you want to do, grab a tag, and that would be how you finish it. Thanks, guys.